Hey folks, I got a lot of things on my mind lately, but one of the biggest things is about this upcoming election right now. And I posted a short video over on my TikTok page, but I'm limited to a minute or so over there. So what I wanted to say about this, and what I said on my TikTok, is that we are being given a choice between a flailing, panicking idiot with a mush for brains and a kind, warm-hearted, bumbling idiot with mush for brains as our presidential candidates. And that's not right. I don't think it's right. And any of you who know me know that I was a big Andrew Yang supporter right from the beginning, totally Yang Gang all the way. Even though I knew sort of deep down that he didn't have a snowball's chance, of getting anywhere. I had a feeling right from the outset that the DNC was going to give us a choice between Joe Biden and maybe Joe Biden. And here we are. We're getting Joe Biden shoved down our throats. And it's not great. It's not ideal. But it is what it is. So if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I've posted a lot of things that are sort of anti-Joe Biden because I'm not a big fan of his, but my wife, whom I love dearly, called me out for that today because the things I've been posting are not kind, they're not helpful. And she pointed out the fact that what we run the risk of is having Trump reelected, which is something that's just, it's inevitable, I think, at this point, but we have to do whatever we can to stop that from happening. And the biggest thing that we can do is to rally people to vote for Joe Biden. He's not the ideal candidate, but he's the candidate who we're being given, And as I said before, we're being given a choice between a flailing, incompetent idiot and with a mushy brain and a kind, warm-hearted idiot with a mushy brain. And honestly, I'd rather have the warm-hearted idiot, because even with Joe's failings and his policies that I don't agree with and his things that he's done and said and been accused of in the past, I think that at the end of the day, he's got a warm heart. He has a kind heart, and he genuinely cares about the people. He cares about the country. And Trump just doesn't have that. He says he does, and I think that in some ways he does, but mostly it's about him, and mostly it's about self-aggrandizement. And that's not okay. We can't risk this anymore. We need somebody at the helm of the nation who is going to be an honest and sincere leader, who can lead us through the tough times that are coming. If you want to see a good example of leadership, the best example of leadership that I've seen in a long, long time is Governor Murphy, our governor of the state of New Jersey. He has done just a fantastic job of keeping people informed and staying humble and staying even-tempered, and he's just a fantastic leader. My wife and I are both just tremendously impressed with all the work that he's done. So, having said all that, though, I think that the benefit of voting for Joe Biden over Trump is that Joe will, at the very least, surround himself with people who are competent. He's not going to be, this sort of bumbling fool, idiot emperor who's going to just try to check his ratings and, make sure things are going his way and play favors among the governors like Trump is doing and play those sorts of games. Joe wouldn't do stuff like that. He may not be able to complete a sentence, but he's smart enough to surround himself with people who can complete sentences, And at this point, that is really sort of our last hope, Trump has to go. He has to get out of office. You know, there's too much at risk. There's too many things going on. He's been given too much power. Too much power has been given to the office of the presidency over the last few decades, several decades. And it's too risky that he will implement stuff like that. You know, if you look at what's going on in Hungary, they, you know, they're implementing all sorts of draconian measures to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And I'm just waiting for the tweet to come out from Trump saying that, you know, it's a great thing and he's being a strong leader and blah, 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 and that he wants to implement, you know, similar measures here in the U.S. And this is really not a good idea. So it's really important that we get out and vote. It's really important that we vote our conscience. It's really important that we think about this and do the right thing and think about the things that are at risk. And then also, we have to be kind and gentle and understanding with those among us who are addicted to Fox News, you know, who only get their news from that sort of source. I mean, my neighbor said just yesterday, you know, think about how worse things would be if we had, you know, Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama still in the White House. I was speechless, you know, because things would be a whole lot better, because, you know, the teams that had been in place to prevent this sort of catastrophe would have still been in place. You know, we could have avoided a lot of this. But, yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, and hopefully Joe's smart enough to go ahead and pick somebody like Andrew Yang or Tulsi or somebody competent for the running mate. So anyway, those are my thoughts for now. I got being paged. I gotta go. Talk to you later. Bye.